Good afternoon, everyone. This is Prasant Chatarasi. I'm a PhD student advised by Professor Vivek Sarkar in the Habanero Research Group at Georgia Tech. Today, I'm very excited to talk about our research work on Vyasa, a high performance vectorizing compiler for tensor convolutions onto Xilinx AI engine. Xilinx has introduced the AI engines to improve the performance per energy of dense computations relative to its FPGA solutions. And the AI engines are part of Xilinx's latest adaptive compute acceleration platform. This work is done in collaboration with Xilinx Research Labs. AI engines are high performance VLAW vector processors. The figure on the left shows an abstract view of the AI engine. The two key unique features of the AI engines are the two-dimensional SIMD data path and its shuffle interconnection network connecting the SIMD unit with the vector register file. The functional units, for example, in this figure, the multipliers are organized in a two-dimensional fashion where each row of the two-dimensional SIMD unit corresponds to a vector lane and each column of a lane perform multiplications and they get accumulated to produce a final value for the lane. In the AI engine, the 2D SIMD units are flexible, that is, the number of columns per lane depends upon operand precision. For example, for 32-bit types, it would have only one single column, and for 8-bit types, it would have 8 columns. The second key architectural feature, which is the shuffle interconnection network, as the name implies, it connects the vector register file and the two-dimensional SIMD unit. Its main purpose is to let the multipliers choose desired elements of a vector register without explicit shuffling. Tensor convolutions are very popular computational primitives used in image processing pipelines, convolutional neural networks, and other application domains. Currently, AI engine tools don't advertise auto-vectorizers. As a result, programmers have to manually use the vector intrinsics to program the 2D SIMD unit and also explicitly specify shuffle network parameters while programming. But this approach is error prone given that vector intrinsics for 2D SIMD unit and shuffle network parameters are relatively new to the programmers. And also, it's very challenging for programmers to explore all possible schedules. On top of that, tensor convolutions vary in sizes and types. For examples, CNNs have regular convolutions, depthwise convolutions, fully connected, spatial separable, and so on. To address these challenges, our approach is developing a domain-specific compiler to generate high-performance primitives from a very high-level specification. We implemented our approach on top of the Halide infrastructure, and Halide is a popular domain-specific language and compiler for image processing pipelines targeting different hardware devices. Our approach starts with a high-level specification of tensor convolutions in Halide language and workload sizes. Then our approach picks up a schedule from the auto tuner, and all these informations will be sent to our compiler containing 5 steps, and then finally generate a high performance C code containing vector intrinsics. Then the C code will be evaluated using a cycle accurator simulator to estimate the performance, and then this will be sent to the auto tuner to evaluate the next schedule. In the interest of the time, I'll focus on the step 3 and 4 leveraging the unique features of the AI engine. Let us take convolution 1D as a running example. In the convolution 1D, the one-dimensional weight tensor is convolved over the one-dimensional input tensor to produce the one-dimensional output tensor. This computation can be expressed in the Halide code with a single line as shown here. And the corresponding loopnest representation for this Halide code is shown on the right side. Let us take a sample schedule where we want to unroll the W loop and also the vectorize the X loop with a vector length of 16. By doing so, we end up getting 4 vector statements which are shown here. Let us look at the challenges in generating the actual vector code from this vector notation. Each vector statement has a scalar load and also a vector load. The AI engine currently doesn't have direct support for scalar to broadcast operations, and also it doesn't have a direct support for handling the unaligned vector loads. And on top of that, each vector statement looks like a one-dimensional vector operation, and the AI engine doesn't allow partial utilization of the vector substrate. And on top of that, the vector loads, especially with respect to the inputs, so they have certain elements in common. In order to get high performance, how can we reuse these elements from the vector register without loading from the local memory again? To address the unaligned vector loads and exploit the vector register reuse that I was talking about in the last slide, we construct a temporal reuse graph where nodes are vector loads and edges imply a presence of vector reuse. In this present example, we have four vector loads, and our temporal reuse graph consists of now four nodes where each node corresponds to a vector load, and there is also an edge from each node to the rest of the other nodes because there is a presence of reuse. The beauty of the AI engine is that it can allow the programmers to create logical vector registers of more size than the vector length. So we identify connected components from the temporal reuse graph and assign each component to a vector register that can subsume the individual vector loads of the component. Then we use the shuffle network to select the desired elements of the connected component for the individual vector loads in the vector operation. For the scalar broadcasts, we handle them similar to vector loads. For more details on that, please see our paper. Coming to the vector operations, as I mentioned, AI engine doesn't allow any partial utilization of 2D SIMD columns. Hence, our approach fuses multiple vector statements into groups to map onto the hardware. We fuse in such a way that the individual vector statements in a group operates on the same set of vector registers and also contribute to the same output via the accumulation. In this particular example, we fuse all of the four vector statements because they operate on same set of vector registers v1 and v2 and also contribute to the same output. We further divide each group into subgroups based on the number of columns available in the hardware. In this particular case, we have 2 columns and 16 lanes. Hence, the first two statements are executed in the first step and the remaining two statements are executed in the next time step collectively. Looking overall, all the four operations are performed with a single load of input and weight data into the vector registers, exploiting the maximum reuse. As part of the experimental evaluation, we evaluated our approach over the convolution 2D operators widely used in image processing pipelines or computer vision on 2D images. The programmers have to just write one line of the code in the halide for our approach to generate the high performance implementations. We compared our generated codes against expert written codes available publicly in the AI Engine compiler infrastructure. These codes are written and evaluated for an image size of 256 by 16 with two filters, 3 by 3 and 5 by 5 filters with two precisions, which is 32-bit and 16 bits. As can be seen from this figure, our approach along with the auto tuner represented in the green color bar generated equivalent or even better results compared to the expert written codes in the blue color bar. The reason for better performance in these cases was because the autotuner was able to find out non-trivial unroll and jam factors leading to higher exploitation of the reuse, which were hard to play around with manually written codes. We also evaluated our approach over the various conv2D operators in the convolution neural networks, such as regular convolutions with different filter sizes, pointwise convolutions, spatial separable convolutions, depthwise, and fully connected layers. In this particular evaluation, we don't have any publicly available implementation to compare the performance with our generated codes. However, we compared our codes with the roofline peak performance. As can be seen from here, we were able to generate codes which achieve a geometric mean of 95.8% peak for 32-bit types and also 70.5% peak for the 16-bit types. The interesting observation here is that the auto-tuner chose different loops for vectorization and also for reduction based on the convolution types and filter sizes. For example, for regular convolution 2D, the vectorization was preferred along the output width, whereas for the pointwise convolutions or spatial separable convolutions, the vectorization was preferred over the output channels. Furthermore, our approach with AutoTuner was able to find out non-trivial data layouts to achieve high-performance implementations for these convolution 2D operators. Manually exploring such layouts and writing the corresponding codes can be extremely challenging, which demonstrates the benefit of using our approach over the manually writing the codes. To summarize the work, we introduced a domain-specific compiler-based approach to generate high-performance implementations of tensor convolutions described at a high-level specification. In the paper, you can find more details about our contributions, including our convolution-specific intermediate representation for easier analysis and transformations in our approach. Furthermore, you can find more evaluation results and also the related work in our paper. Uh, and with that, I would like to take any questions if you have. Thank you.